How has NIL money affected college sports? My name is Cooper Nichols. I am a senior at Valley View High School, and I'm going to be talking about the effects of NIL money. These are my notes. Let's get into it. NIL money was introduced on July 1st, 2021. Before this date, paying players, college athletes, money was illegal, and it prohibited all NCAA rules. If teams or coaches got caught paying players, they would get fined and suspended. Teams would be suspended. So this was a thing that was always controversial in college sports, is should college athletes make money? With the introduction of NIL, college athletes are making money off brand deals, the university's paying them, in all sorts of different ways. The top NIL money college athlete is Carson Beck, and he's making over $8 million on his contract playing for Miami as quarterback. NIL money stands for name, image, and likeness. These three words basically define what NIL money is. You know, your name, you're getting paid based off your name, your image, and your likeness. Anyways, so NIL money has an effect on not only the athletes, but sports fans in general, college sports fans. As a future college student, I feel like I'll be affected in a way from NIL money. Being a fan of the University of Arkansas Razorback sports programs, NIL money has a big impact on the transfer portal and recruits coming to play for our programs. With the introduction of NIL, and probably the most controversial thing about it is the transfer portal. So the transfer portal was introduced before NIL money and was a way, it's a web, like a web. Players can keep track of where they're transferring, if they wanted to move schools and transfer and all this. So before NIL money and college athletes were getting paid, programs and teams had to use culture, and they had to persuade players into coming and playing for their program and keep them there. But now, with the introduction of NIL money, players will leave schools and cultures just for money. I believe this is one of the biggest cons in NIL money, but I believe that the pros do outweigh the cons. NIL money introduces financial empowerment and fairness, entrepreneurship and growth, skill building, and real-world experience with future security. So basically, athletes can earn from their value and what they create in their sport. If they're a really good player, obviously, they probably deserve to make some money if they're making their university money. It also greatly helps college athletes that come from low-income backgrounds. Basically, if a college recruit is going to play football somewhere and they come from a place or family that doesn't have a lot of money and they're making all this money, they can provide back to their family. They're playing their sport in college. Even if they're not good enough to go pro, they're still making some sort of money to provide back to their family. So athletes are finally getting paid for things they should have already been getting paid for, realistically. So NIL money also, it encourages personal brand. With personal brand development, athletes getting paid can actually start up, their personal stuff. They can, with money they're making, maybe a little bit of extra money on the side, they could start up something, whether it be a business, clothing brand, or whatever, or something for their sport that will help other athletes or just regular everyday people. Also, NIL money builds networking and partnership skills. So basically, you're making this money and you're going to build a network of people. You're going to have your agent or somebody that looks after your money, usually, and through this, or having an agent and everything, you're going to get to meet people, create partnerships, whether it be like brand deals or anything like that, and your agent helps you do all this. Basically, with this NIL money, you create a business network, and even if you don't make it pro, when you have this money, you've already built a connection and a business network, so you can continue to make more money if you don't go pro off doing whatever you had this partnership with and this networking. So leaning into that, NIL money provides, pathways beyond athletics. With this money, you're going to be able to do so much more things than just play your sport. If you wanted to do something on the side and it ends up working out more than you like it more than your sport, then NIL money gave you the opportunity to do that in the first place. So I believe that NIL money overall has a great impact on college sports today. I think it should be kept in, and it's helping a lot of college athletes out, not only just the athletes themselves, but their families. And I think that maybe if some college athletes could learn how to use their money a little better, there wouldn't be as much criticism. I believe that's also one of the biggest critiques about it that people complain about, is that these college athletes make this money and just go spend it on whatever and don't really work at saving their money. But I believe that the NCAA should kind of implement, if you make money through your university playing a sport, then you should automatically have somebody to help you and guide you with your money and how to be smart with it.